Live from the National News Studio, Sri Lanka.
Good evening and welcome to the National News broadcast, bringing to you live from the National News Studios here at Rupavahini. We're ready to bring you the top stories here at home and around the world. I'm Charita Minipurarachi.
I'm Sharama Screeners. First, it's a look at the day's headlines.
GCE Advanced Level Examination commences. 333,185 students appear for the examination this time. Increase in the rainy condition island-wide, a program to face the emergency disaster situation. The President asserts of a mechanism to carry solutions to the grassroots level in disaster management. A 3-day workshop for all parliamentarians. Job opportunities in the E9 visa category in a crisis due to the E8 visa problem. Student unions hailed the appointment of a competent authority to the University of Verona. Forbes magazine confirms again Elon Musk as the wealthiest person in the world so far.
What are those and other stories in detail now, and starting off with the top local story. The Advanced Level Examination 2024 commenced today.
This will be held at 2,312 centres island-wide until the 20th of December. 333,185 students are appearing for this year's advanced level examination. Among them, there are 253,390 school candidates and 79,795 private candidates. Examination centres are being conducted in 2 islands of Northern Province, and a staff consisting of 25,000 persons have also been engaged. It has been observed that students of Polonnaruwa and Pattikulu districts were attending the examination centres despite heavy rain condition. Considering the existing flood situation in Mathura district, a special arrangement has been set in place for students to reach examination centres without any hurdle. These steps have been taken by the District Secretariat of Mathura Disaster Management Unit and Divisional Secretariat Division Office in collaboration as well. Commissioner General of Examinations Amit Jayasundara requests all to conduct themselves in a way that would not be an obstacle in any manner during the time of conducting of examinations. The Commissioner General of Examinations said that during the examination, any obstructive activity has to be avoided, and discussions in this regard have been conducted with the police department as well. He added that discussions have been held to address all difficulties, and it is requested that all should consider this an important matter. He also pointed out that the A-level examination is a very important one, which is connected with the future of the children, and the environment has to be created in order to provide them an opportunity to answer without any kind of disturbance. He requested all candidates to enter the examination hall well before the commencement of examination, since there are problems regarding the weather condition in the country. He also said that there is a possibility of some kind of obstacles in transportation facilities. Information regarding any problems can be received by contacting the hotline of the Department of Examination 1911 or 117 of the Disaster Management Unit.
And meanwhile, the Meteorology Department says that sea areas around the island may become rough due to low pressure condition developed in the southwestern Bay of Bengal area. The department informed the fishing community to prevent from fishing activities in the shallow and deep sea areas around the island. Due to the low pressure condition developed in the Bay of Bengal of Pattikulu about 50 kilometers, many areas around the island will experience thunder showers. Director General of Meteorology Department Atula Karunanayaka said that due to the indirect influence of the condition, especially there may be increased rains in the northern, north central, eastern, over northwestern and central provinces. He said that the other provinces there may be heavy rains up to 150 millimeters in the latter part of the night. He added that low pressure condition may gradually enter into the Indian mainland northwestward from Bay of Bengal by the 27th and 28th of this month. Due to the rains experienced during the last 5 days, 16,287 individuals of 4,410 families in the Jaffna, Puttalam, Kegol, Mana, Kilinochchi and Ratnapura districts have been affected. 60 houses have been partially damaged and one house is totally damaged due to the inclement weather. Director General of Disaster Management Centre, retired Major General Uday said that the government has mediated to provide required facilities for them under the management of relevant district secretariats. Meanwhile, the Disaster Management Centre of the Examination Department has implemented a special joint program to prevent disaster situations caused by heavy rains during the period of advanced level examination being held. Director General of the Disaster Management Centre, retired Major General Uday said that in any case of disaster situation that disrupt the examination, he requests the officials to inform the hotline 117 or the numbers 0113 668020 and 0113 668100 of the Special Emergency Unit or the hotline of Examination Department 1911.
හදිසි ඇමතුම් අංකය වන 191 යන දුරකථන අංකයට ඒ බව දන්වන ලෙස කාරුණිකව ඉල්ලා සිටිනවා.
Meanwhile, the catchment areas of the Nilwala River received heavy rains last night. Water level of the river has increased due to these rains. Accordingly, many roads in Mathura and Akuras areas were inundated. This has caused disruptions to vehicular transport, and in addition, a landslide has occurred last night along the Akuras Gol main road at the Daseavatakade area. Therefore, vehicular transport at the place was restricted to a single lane. Sri Lanka Navy says that 134 additional relief teams have been prepared to face the flood risk. The Navy started a special program to transport advanced level students and the people to help their daily affairs by using dinghy boats this morning. People in the northern and eastern provinces have also faced immense difficulties due to heavy rains. It has been reported that many areas have gone underwater. 6 sluice gates of the Rajangani Reservoir are open at present, releasing 6,100 cubic feet per second to the Kala Oya River. In addition, 2 sluice gates of the Ankama Reservoir have also been opened about 2 feet each. Fishermen in Potlam area did not go to sea today due to these rough seas from Venapur to Kalpitiya coast areas. In addition, the Coastal Conservation Department says that the sea beach is rapidly eroding. The vehicular transport along the Badulla Bibila road, which was subjected to an earth slip, is limited to a single lane. Police say that the duration of the road is kept open can be changed due to the existing weather condition. The road is open for vehicular transport until 6 p.m. and the National Building and Research Organization and Road Development Authority says that the road is kept closed until 6 a.m. tomorrow. Further, a jeep travelling along the Maduragiriya-Hinguraguda road slipped into the Yoda Alla canal at Kimbulavala area. It is reported that 2 persons of the vehicle have received minor injuries. A group of people were stranded at a temple at Lahugala in Ampara was provided food items using a drone. The access road to the temple has been blocked due to the overflowing of Heather Oya River in Lahugala. A 16-year-old advanced level student was rescued today when he was about to be drawn. This accident has occurred when he was attempting to draw a dilapidated raft in the floods. Accordingly, our correspondent, a youth standing nearby, has rescued him. Meanwhile, the Disaster Management Centre informed the public that they should be constantly vigilant on the advisory warnings issued by the inclement weather. The centre also requests the people not to go to visit the flooding areas or landslide hit areas.
President Anurag Kumar Dissanayake emphasized that simply reinforcing institutional frameworks is insufficient for effective disaster management. The President stressed the need to establish mechanisms to deliver practical solutions at grassroots level. He also highlighted the importance of empowering local government institutions to prevent disasters in vulnerable areas and develop innovative solutions. He made these remarks participating at a swearing-in ceremony of the Deputy Defence Minister Aruna Jayasekara today. The President noted that the country's disaster management laws were formulated after considerable study and that is the responsibility of the officials to implement them effectively. He assured his unwavering support for any official who upholds their duties with integrity and called on the government officials to propose enhancement to legal framework if needed. Minister of Public Security and Parliamentary Affairs Ananda Vijaypala, Secretary to the Ministry of Defence, retired Air Vice Marshal Sampath Tuyakanta, commanders of the Tri-Forces and several others were present at this occasion. The President said that, genuinely speaking, in our childhood we studied that Sri Lanka is a country with least amount of natural disasters. He said that, however, that situation has totally changed at present. He said that these are not natural disasters but man-made calamities. He added that when we consider the problem, floods or landslides, major cause for them are improper human actions. The President said that many laws have been enforced to control these improper actions. He said that, however, there are ample amounts of laws. We have failed to control these improper human activities. The President further said that, therefore, he will assure the officials to work according to the existing rules and regulations. He said that the government will never disrupt the officials or force them to violate the laws. He stressed that if the laws are not adequate, the officials should submit proposals to enforce new laws or to strengthen the existing laws. He said that the government is keen on starting this process at any point. President Dissanayake said that government will provide required political support and always stand by the government officials in case of any limitation or a harm. He urged the officials to work without fear or favour since the political authority is behind them.
And meanwhile, Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarisoria says that it should be the main objective of the members of the Parliament to fulfill the expectations of the people to the maximum, since they have given a very strong Parliament. The Prime Minister also pointed out that the members of the Parliament should take steps to bring the Parliament close to the citizens of this country. The Prime Minister made this observation participating in a 3-day workshop organised by the Parliament for members who had been newly elected to the 10th Parliament. It commenced today with the patronage of the Speaker, Dr. Ashoka Rangwala, and Secretary General of Parliament, Kushani Rohanadira. 162 new members have been elected to the Parliament this time. They will be made aware of the Parliament methodology, Parliament privileges and traditions, as well as many other divisions. The workshop, which is traditionally held at the commencement of a new Parliament, was participated by 168 members. The workshop will go till the 27th of this month. Speaker Dr. Ashoka Rangwala said that it is very important for those who have been elected to the Parliament to have at least a certain knowledge of the proceedings of the Parliament since the very beginning. He hoped that a knowledge about the proceedings of the Parliament, as well as the future activities of the Parliament, and in fulfilling the expectations of the people of the country. Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarisoria observed that in the past the Supreme Assembly of the People, or the Parliament, has been under criticism. She pointed out that all the 225 members have the enormous responsibility of safeguarding the expectations entrusted upon the members of the new Parliament. Leader of the opposition Sajith Premadasu said that the members of the new Parliament have an opportunity to change and renew the proceedings of the Parliament, which is going on at present. He pointed out that the prevailing methodology does not fit into new ideas and the new culture. He added that the power to bring about changes that fit the present condition is with all who are representing the people in the Parliament. Secretary General of the Parliament Kushani Rohanadira opinionated that the present Parliament is a unique one, since 162 members out of those who have been elected to the Parliament are novel members. She added that it is a matter of satisfaction to witness a large number of members with political experience and experience in various fields, along with talented professionals in numerous other fields also. MP Lal Premanath said that the members will have to be safeguarded the Parliament traditions and certain things have to be changed also. MP Jagat Vidhana was of the view that the present government has been given immense power by the government and the members are not going after privileges and there will be no space for any kind of betrayal. He also said that those who are in the opposition will have to play their role since everybody is watching them. MP Chanaka Madhukuda said that if it is of great value that a certain kind of understanding is been provided by the workshop. He pointed out that it will be of immense relevance and help in the future activities of the Parliament. Deputy Minister Mahinda Jayasinghe said that the workshop will help in studying the proceedings of the Parliament for the new members. MP Dr. Acharya Ramanathan observed that a lot of valuable things were discussed and had the opportunity to learn many things also. He also pointed out that the opinion workshop is also important in the place of all the newcomers. MP Pullabai Vikrama said that it is very important to instill valuable opinions and points regarding the proceedings of the Parliament for the new members.
In other stories, parliamentarian Dr. Archana Ramanathan begs pardon from the parliament for being seated on a seat of the leader of the opposition. He made this observation at a workshop conducted for the new parliamentarians in parliament today. MP Dr. Archana Ramanathan said that when asked where to be seated, it was told that he can be seated anywhere on the other side. He added that he then sat in front since he thought that he can be seated anywhere. He also said that he had the experience while in the university and also said that he was elected to parliament, not that he was selected by raising his hand. The member of parliament further said that 4 persons came to him and told that he is the seat of the leader of the opposition where he sits every day. He added that since it appeared in the website that he can be seated in any other seat, and also said that he had no reason to be seated on the 8th seat. He also pointed out that the same thing had to be mentioned in the website so that he would not have seated there, knowing that it is the seat of the leader of the opposition. The member observed that media persons had said that a Tiger member had come and seated on the chair of the leader of the opposition. He had had great disappointment as a newcomer in the first sitting in parliament since it was not done purposely. He also added that since he entered the parliament as an independent candidate, he did not know how to be seated inside the parliament as no one detailed about it. He also said that a newcomer has to be told how to be seated in parliament, and it is the responsibility of the authorities so that no one would be seated purposely in another's seat. He pointed out that the media is still reporting that a Tiger leader seated on the seat of the leader of the opposition, and added that he is finding it difficult whenever he is outside of parliament. The member also said that he has not provided with security and observed that people used to tell him, even at filling stations, that he is the person who sat on the seat of the leader of the opposition. He also said that the same could have been intimated by fixing a nameplate on the particular seat of the leader of the opposition, even by writing on a paper so that he could have sat on the 9th or the 10th seat.
I think that by the time you sat on that chair, on the second occasion, the leader of the opposition had been already recognized by the Honourable Speaker. There's the separate seat in the chamber for the Honourable Leader of the Opposition and the government and opposition whips, the Prime Minister and the Honourable President. So these are facts that we should be aware.
Excuse me, second, I would like to counter-react that if you are coming to the hospital, so we are not expecting you to go and sit on the accident and emergency ward. So there will be some person, they will be saying that you go to the OPD, you go to the A&E and go sit there. So you can't expect me that I would be reading everything and coming here, unfortunately.
No.
I'm so sorry.
I'm not saying something like that, doctor, but I am saying that it's true that on the very first occasion it was free seating, but we had our parliamentary services assistants to assist you, to guide you. I don't think that
no, what they have told me is hamadama wadi wenna putu meka kiyala.
I don't think we should go into a debate on this issue, but next time when you are in parliament, you will be allocated with a separate seat for you, and that will be your seat, and thereafter this issue won't rise.
Okay, I would like to publicly apologize that if I have done anything wrong, I'm in that manner. I'm really sorry. I was not hoping to sit in that chair and make a trouble. Unfortunately, it was an accident, and for every members of parliament, including the president, I would like to get an apology for this. Thank you.
Yeah. Your apology is well accepted, and we really appreciate that. And hereafter, we will conduct our activities with good understanding.
And the Sri Lanka Bureau of Foreign Employment says that due to the EB visa problem, employments of E9 visa category will also be in danger. The Bureau asked the persons who became free for the E8 visa fraud to provide information of the middlemen who extorted money from them. The Satyagrahi campaign started by the South Korean E8 visa license holders commenced in front of the Foreign Employment Bureau commenced for the third day today. This protest campaign was started by a group of persons who were victimized by this visa problem on the 23rd of this month. South Korean E8 visa means a license given to short-term employment of the agricultural sector in South Korea. This visa license is valid for about 6 months. The group who have faced this problem says that their visa license will expire tomorrow. The protesters walked towards the presidential secretariat this evening. Then a heated condition occurred between the police and the protesters. Later, the protesters walked to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs as well. It is reported that they are still remaining there. Meanwhile, a group of E9 employees who have once worked in South Korea and expected to go again and whose jobs are under threat due to E8 visa system also engaged in a protest today. Chairman of the Sri Lanka Bureau of Foreign Employment Kosala Wickramasinghe expressed his views regarding this matter. Chairman of the Sri Lanka Bureau of Foreign Employment Kosala Wickramasinghe said that the E8 visa system cannot be realised, and he said that the MOU regarding this matter has been signed personally by some groups without informing the government. He added that signing an agreement with a foreign country should be compulsorily informed to the Foreign Employment Bureau of Sri Lanka. He said that the relevant documents should be prepared through a proper process under the Bureau. He further said that the personnel team connected to then Minister assigned this visa system to get visa and send workers to some other countries. He said that when workers go to foreign employments under short-term visa, they complain that they are charged excessive immigrant fee by the relevant countries.
Now, 32 Sri Lankan nationals who were victims of human trafficking and stranded in Myanmar have been rescued on 25th of November following a successful coordinated process. The rescued Sri Lankans had been lured into a cybercrime operations and became victims of human trafficking. This has been done after a process of discussions conducted by the Sri Lankan authorities. The rescued Sri Lankans had been lured into a cybercrime operations and became victims of human trafficking. The government of Sri Lanka will coordinate with the International Organization for Migration for their early repatriation to Sri Lanka. 32 Sri Lankans comprising 8 females and 24 males have been safely brought across a sought border on 25th of November and were received by Sri Lankan's ambassador in Thailand. They are now in Tak province, Thailand, and their welfare needs are being provided. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Foreign Employment and Tourism strongly urges those Sri Lankans seeking foreign employment to mandatorily adhere to authorized procedures so as not to fall victim to human trafficking schemes. They should verify their job opportunities or offers with Sri Lankan Bureau of Foreign Employment prior to undertaking employment overseas. Now, a delegation led by the Deputy Minister of International Liaison Department of the Chinese Communist Party, Sun Haiyan, met President Anrukumara Dissanayake today at the President's office. The Deputy Minister congratulates the President over the victory of the recent presidential election. She also commended the transformation occurred in Sri Lanka after this victory. They also focused attention on the investment promotion, technical exchange, digitalization and enhancement of rural economy. Development expectation of both countries were also discussed at this meeting. Minister Vijitha Herath and several others were present at this occasion. The Chinese delegation yesterday met the leaders of the Janatha Vimukti Peramuna at the party headquarters. General Secretary of the JVP Tilvin Silva and Minister Bimal Ratnayaka were present at this occasion.
And meanwhile, RMUSK Ratnayaka has been appointed as the competent authority of the Ruhunu University in place of the Vice Chancellor. The appointment has been made by the Prime Minister and the Minister of Education, Higher Education and Vocational Education, Dr. Harini Amarasuriya. This has been done by the extraordinary gazette notification issued yesterday. The appointment has been done under the powers vested with the Minister in accordance of number 16 of the Universities Act number 1978, clause 24A. The new appointment will be in operation from today. The gazette notification mentions that the administrative activities of the Ruhunu University are being faced with severe problems and the authorities of the university have failed to normalize the situation. Academic, non-academic and the students' union started a strike since last 19, prompting to take steps to remove the Vice Chancellor of Ruhunu University from his post. Representatives of the trade unions of the university along with the other named the Prime Minister on the 20th of this month to discuss this regard.
2 new secretaries for 2 ministries have been appointed by President Anrukumara Dissanayake. President's Council Ayesha Jinasena has been appointed as the Secretary Ministry of Justice and National Integration. Malanmati Gangadharan is the new Secretary of the Ministry of Rural Development, Social Security and Community Empowerment Ministry. President Secretary Dr. Nandika Senath Kumanayaka presented the letters of appointments to the new secretaries.
And meanwhile, people's representatives expressed their views regarding the current political situation in the country after the general election. MP Harshana Rajakaruna said that the people are now awaiting these things that have been said previously. He also said that Anuruddha Kumar Dissanayake, when elected as president, requested for parliamentary power, and now the people have given the party a 2/3 majority, so that now they cannot say that they are unable to do certain things. The MP also pointed out that sometimes he has given to them to perform what they have promised earlier very clearly. Minister Sunil Hadurnethi said that they told the people during the election time that a political culture would be changed and it will not take a long time to do it. He also said that although they are ministers, they do not have anything special. The minister pointed out when they were asking for power, those who were in opposition said that even if the party comes to power, they will be concerned to the parliament. He further said that they will not be able to deal with the international community and the IMF would leave the country. He also pointed out that such things as people would have to suffer, Buddhist monks in the Bihar areas will not get the arms and so on. The minister said that no such things has happened and Sri Lanka is appearing before the world community much better than before. General Secretary of the SLPP Sagar Karyavasam said that the budget will be presented in February. An obvious point at the time would be to reduce the tax burden on the people of the country. He added that it appears the government is set to go for the local government elections and present the budget after that.
ඊට පස්සේ ජනතාවට අයවැය ගෙන එන්නට ලෑස්ති වෙලා ඉන්න බව තමයි පේන්නේ. වැඩි කාලයක් බලන් ඉන්න වෙන්නේ.
Deputy Minister Dr. Prasanna Gunasena observed that the people cannot wait for long and the start as slow. The things have to be set right after a proper study. He pointed out that if the government do things haphazardly, the government will face the same fate as the last government.
Here's more local news in brief. Former Minister Douglas Devananda, who was on warrant to appear before the Colombo Magistrate Court today. The magistrate, considering the explanation submitted, called back the warrant against the former minister. He was released on bail and ordered to appear before courts on the next hearing. Deputy Minister of Public Security and Parliamentary Affairs Attorney at Law Sunil Vatagala assumed his duties at the ministry in Battaramulla today. Secretary to the Ministry of Public Security Ravi Senaviratna and several others were present at this occasion. Upali Samarasinghe assumed duties as the Deputy Minister Cooperative Development at the Satosa headquarters today. Ministers Vasanta Samarasinghe and Bimal Ratnayake were also present at this occasion. The Doctors' Trade Union on Medical and Civil Rights has requested a talk with the patients who have been handicapped due to consuming substandard medicines. Private Secretary of the Health Minister has agreed to provide an opportunity without delay following a discussion with the Health Minister. 32 Sri Lankans who were jailed in Kuwait were brought to the island today. They were brought here under the Kuwait-Sri Lanka Prisoners Exchange Program. The Sri Lankans had been imprisoned in Kuwait under narcotic-related charges. They were brought here by special aircraft. They were received by a group of officials from the Sri Lanka Prisons Department. The 60th session of the International Coconut Community commenced in Colombo today under the patronage of Minister Samantha Vidyaratna. Representatives from 21 countries have joined this session, which is to be concluded on the 20th of this month. Well, that's a look at local news. Stay with us. Foreign news is coming up next, starting with Elon Musk.
அன்பேவா இரவு 8:30க்கு உங்கள் நேத்ரா டிவியில்.
Welcome back, and we take a look at foreign news now. Tesla CEO Elon Musk has reached a historic milestone, becoming the wealthiest person ever with a net worth of $334.3 billion according to Forbes. This surge in wealth is largely driven by a significant rise in Tesla stock, which saw a 3.8% jump following Donald Trump's election win. Musk's net worth is now more than $80 billion richer than the next wealthiest person, Oracle chairman Larry Ellison. Musk's fortune includes a 13% stake in Tesla worth $145 billion and a major stakes in his company SpaceX valued at $210 billion and Zai valued at $50 billion. And on your sports news tonight, today is the second day in the auction of the players for the 2025 Indian Premier League cricket tournament.
And the Royal Challengers of the Bangalore have brought Sri Lankan fast bowler Nuwan Tushara. Royal Challengers Bangalore has purchased Sri Lanka fast bowler Nuwan Tushara 160 million Indian rupees. Names of 19 Sri Lankan players have been included for the auction this year, and in auction Sri Lankan player Matisha Patiruna has been retained for 130 million Indian rupees by Chennai Super Kings team well before the auction. Yesterday, Sri Lankan spinner Vanidu Hasaranga has been bought for 52.5 million Indian rupees, whereas Mahesh Theekshana has been purchased by Rajasthan Royals team for 44 million rupees. That's it on tonight's stories. Do it just tomorrow at the very same time. I'm Charita signing off with Sharon. Stay safe and good night.